Thank y'all so
So you
much.
want us to salute on entrance and exit? I'm just
Yes,
being
ma'am.
clear.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do
Copy.
the same thing for you if you were higher up than me. I promise you that. All right, so we're gonna let DFG Cash start this interview off, and I put in my points. When I need to put those in. Okay.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for welcoming us into your department. I kind of want to hear from the audience first. I know some tension, a lot of tension, and I understand. So, does anybody got something that they want to get off their chest now before we start? Don't be silent now and be getting in that group chat.
Nah, it's I'm gonna say this. Everybody, and when you're in these meetings, everybody got opinion and they got the right to say something. So if you got something to say, just say it now, so we can go ahead and start edging things out and making this faction a better place. It's no fun of us to keep going doing the same thing, talking behind each other back or anything like that, and spreading bad things within the faction. It's no point. All of us here to do a job, be a team and stuff like that, and that's what we're looking for. We're not here to fight with anybody. I understand that it didn't go as some of you might wanted to go with the selections and stuff like that, but I can guarantee you, me myself, Mr. Cash and Chief Erica, we great people. And like I said at the beginning, we're just looking for that chance for you guys to give us, it's just to show you guys what it takes to have a great faction.
I have something to say.
Yes,
Get it
sir.
off your chest, Mr. Robson.
I've been in this PD for a few months. I didn't know anything better when I was first on badge, but when I first started coming here, I've been seeing a lot of different corrupt. Ever since the new update, all the heated arguments on some between each officer. Some of us getting reprimanded. Some of us getting a permanent leave, and some of those officers were my good friends. And I want to see the PD to be better. I want the PD to stay strong and lead a good example.
And you actually make a great point from what we trying to lead everything. We not here to point fingers at each other. It's no point of us to be, oh hey, I got a ticket on this officer and stuff, things like that. Hey, Mr. Dunn, come up on the stage for me. Thank you so much. Like I said, we're not here to point fingers at each other. We here to stand with each other, stand side by side, arm bearing arms and stuff like that. When we go into fights, we need to be together. There's no reason for us to be trying to get this officer fired or this officer fired. Now, understand me. Now, if they do break, laws that's severe and that needs to be dealt with, that's understandable. You need to report those things and stuff like that. But the petty stuff, I don't even understand the petty stuff. Everybody see what we got around us right now. It's a faction that's completely falling apart. And like I said, it's up to each individual that's in this room and not in this room that didn't make the meeting. Like I say, make the faction better. That's it. It's that simple.
I agree with you, Alan.
I got something I want to say.
Go for it, Mr. John.
Uh, I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all in here know me by El Plaga, man, and some of the things I did do outside before I joined. But I want to let y'all know, man, I'm here and I'm here to do my job correctly. And what I did, what I used to do outside these walls, do not determine what I'm gonna do while I'm here. I just want to put that out there. And Chief Bree, Chief Eric, Miss Erica, I do want to apologize for our first interaction that we had in that office. Um, my first date here was kind of. Hey, can y'all turn the phone off, man? my first day in here was kind of a push and shove match with a lot of folks in here, man. As far as what I was doing out there, so I understand. And then a lot of people was real snappy, so I came off real snappy towards you, and I do want to apologize for that.
Apology accepted. I'm not here to, you know, change a whole lot of things, but I will be changing a few things. I'm here to make this department better and teach everyone the knowledge that I know to where you could possibly be standing at this podium one day.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not about the mistakes you make, before. It's about, you fixing, being a better person, acknowledging that you messed up and stuff like this, and trying to be better. I don't think no one should be judging someone by their, past or anything like that. I think that person needs to be the bigger person and teach that person the right way. Guard them, train them the right way and stuff like that, instead of just, hey man, you did this in the past, I'm not gonna forgive you. Forgiveness is a good thing. Just to put that out there. All right. Anybody else got something to say before Mr. Cash move on? Suits, anybody?
I have one.
Um, go
Um,
ahead. I can wait.
I talked to Cass earlier today, and he told me I need 3 arrests, and I just got done with one earlier today, and the other two's gonna be hard for me because of the writing and stuff, and people don't want to do role play with me outside 8 PD.
No worries. We'll work past those. But no worries.
Um, also, um, I'm 300,000 HP on my rank, so I'm way up there.
All right, perfect. Thanks for letting us know.
I would just like to say that, you know, lately since I've been back up in PD, that, excuse me, my son yelling. But anyways, with the, anytime I didn't call the shots fired or anything, I just want to say the response times have been damn near perfect, in my opinion. I don't know about anybody else that's been making, backup calls and all that. But anytime I've made a call, I've noticed officers get to the scene in less than 2 minutes. But the only thing I would say, if you got somebody in cuffs and somebody's actively shooting at you, get to that nearest green zone if you can, and just wait on backup. If not, if you got somebody in cuffs, get on up out of there and don't try to be no superhero and go 5v1. It ain't even worth it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Texas. If you got a suspect in custody, and the main thing, our job is to keep that suspect safe while he in our custody, because if we get that person killed, it could be looked at, kind of as an RP-13, because you sworn to protect that person. You got them in your custody, and you just decided to just run out of a safe area into a red zone to try, to pursue something that's probably already dead at the beginning. So just keep that in mind. If you got somebody in custody, just don't run back into the fire. Just do what you got to do. Call for backup and get that suspect, en routed back to PD.
10-4.
All right, Cash. What else you got?
All right, I know there's a suit that wanted to speak, I believe.
Oh, it was me. I was just going to say thank each and every one of you guys.
Oh, no worries.
No
All
problem.
right, all right, thank you everybody for coming to this meeting. It's gonna be kind of disorganized, and we got a lot that we need to work on. I just want to start by kind of introducing myself. My name is Michael Cash, in game. I come from Mesa NRP, and I'm gonna put that in the chat. So go ahead and try to submit that green ticket if you want. I worked hard, being in two units. So Mesa State Patrol, which is our biggest unit in Mesa. Mostly every officer went to that unit, and I was also in a training unit. I'm big on training. I kind of want to tell you about our first day and our first experience with this PD. We had came in, me, Jamar, Texas, Mrs. Erica. We actually came in as civilians, and we were just trying to get a general feel of the department. We weren't trying to cause any issues. We were just trying to see if this police department is all right for us. We asked questions. There was a lot of pushback. It was disrespect, and things kind of went left really fast. We want everybody to know that this is a role play game, and we are here to role play. We are a police department, and I know that y'all get taught a lot of RP rules. We want to focus on RP rules as well, but violations, we want to focus on actually role playing. This game is we're PD. We're not admin. We're not many reporters. We want to focus on the actual role play. So if you got somebody VDMing you, go ahead and tase them out the car, pursue them, take them into custody, submit your ticket later. Don't focus on their VDM and they're breaking the RP rule or whatnot, and then choose not to engage. There are a lot of changes that need to happen, but I'm not saying that this is a totally bad department. But we need to get to a point where we can work together as one, and have a fun time on the game. This game is supposed to be fun, Of course, it's role playing, so there are structure and there is rules, but we're trying to get have the whole city have good role play. So civilians, gang members, as y'all call them, we want to work in conjunction with military, with medics. We want everything to work to where everybody has fun on this game. So there are going to be some changes, and I will introduce some of those changes today, and then pass it off to Jamart. But the way we should do when we bring somebody into the station is, of course, they will have their pre-qualifications first. That can be done by any vested. I will get those questions sent out to you. After that, they will be sent their macros if they pass that first interview. So at the hiring event, we actually bring them in and we have our final interview with a CG or higher, to pick their brain a little harder. And then if we choose, we bring them into the faction. That night, it should be RP1 and RP2. I believe y'all refer to it as PD1 and PD2, but that starts the foundation of training. That's why we actually chose a training commander today. That was our first commander that we picked because we think that training is so important. So sorry to everybody, but I'm gonna let y'all know the macros have changed. If y'all haven't updated them, we need to get those updated as soon as possible. But also RP1 and RP2 will be taught to everybody over. We want to make sure that people are actually going out there and role playing, interactions with the civilians. It's not about just hooking and booking and just dropping macros and taking people to jail. Like actually have a conversation with these people. So our arrest procedure is not, catch a person, read them their rights, take them to jail. It's catch them, you detain them, you run their ID. During that little interaction, hey, I'm stopping you today because you were shooting at us. So is there any reason you were shooting at us? I mean, it sounds corny, but this is a role play game. You were driving and crashing into our car. You did this, you did that. It's an actual role play scene before the arrest. So we want to definitely push on that. I'm gonna end with this one. PD is supposed to be a family, and I hope that one day we can all consider ourselves brothers and sisters. This is a brotherhood or a sisterhood, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna stick together in this department. We have to get to the point where we stop gossiping. Gossiping is actually, if you want to look at it as far as the PD rules, it's actually considered a PD4. It's disrespect. It's something that's intentionally causing disruption in the faction. So I'm gonna say going forward, if the gossip continues, that will be addressed from the disciplinary side. And I'm not trying to threaten anybody. We just want to have this PD problematic. We should be able to get on this game and not be worried about what such and such said about you. You should just be able to get on this game and just play and have fun with your team. If we're not standing together, we're gonna look like shit going out there to the field. I'll pass it to Jamart.
All right. Before I say anything, anybody else got something to say before I, go rambling? Mrs. Stephen Rodney.
Yes, sir. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, do y'all got food after all this?
I mean, yeah, we could, cook something up for y'all. Order a little something.
That's gonna be gone by then.
All
I
right,
do want to.
Texas, what you
I
got?
want to say. Oh, my bad. Go back. My bad.
I wanted to say with the RP thing, I've been running into a lot of gang leaders, and I've been passing the word that PD is trying to actually role play a lot more than just pulling up, shooting, and so on and so on. So a lot of these people have been willing to agree to talk to other gang members, gang allies, and stuff like that to start the role playing over here a lot more. So I just want y'all to know, to the DFG and the chief, that I have been talking to them, like I said, and they are. Hold on. I've been talking to them, and they have been agreeing to try to get some role play going on over here, just like y'all been wanting. So I think pretty soon, a lot of more people as in gang members, will be more accepting to the role play idea that we bringing over here.
That's absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. So we got to start somewhere and have y'all ready for when y'all do go out in the field and stuff like that. But another thing I wanted to bring up, once we do get everybody up and rolling and trained to, the proper way to do the arrest and stuff like that, we are gonna start getting extra patrols to HP. Because I went up there today, I'm getting VDM by like 8 different cars, and that's so many traffic violations that that y'all could easily detain them for, or possibly arrest. Y'all need to get back in that area. A
Can
lot
I say
more.
can I say something about the HP? I usually patrol about HP.
Who's saying
Perfect.
something?
That was
Me.
Jack. Jack over here in this first row. That's perfect. The medics actually came over yesterday and they said that they wanted more patrols at HP. So we're definitely gonna step that up.
Yeah, I usually patrol. I try to look around the PD, see if anyone could come with me, because when I go there, I always get killed, and that's why, because I'm by myself, so I don't have backup, and I just try to do it myself. So that's why I try to find someone in the PD before I go. Mostly, no one's on or no one wants to go.
And that's where we're gonna start. Introducing units specifically for areas like that. For green zones and vehicle markets, HP and stuff like that. So we'll have command spots for that. After we talk to the chief, to get forward with it. It's gonna have a commander and a few more officers that's under that person's command. Y'all job specifically is to protect HP and other green zones, and keep stuff clear out of there. Like, there's no reason why anyone should be just chilling inside HP. It's not a chill zone. If you want to put it that way. If they're not healing or anything like that, if they say they are healing in there, and then if you got some pills, just slide one on them and see if they healed or not. She'll tell you on your screen if they fully healed, get them out of there. Give them that last warning and do what you got to do. Those two macros right there. And if somebody do decide to turn something in, they can clearly see that you verbally told that person to leave the green zone and you threw up your macros. That's a simple 1.7 3.2.
Yep, and let me say this before somebody else speaks. Sorry. So Jack pointed out something that we've been hearing from people that we just bought over from Mesa NRP. Um, we are having badged officers and unbadged officers go without direction. So all the vested that are in this role, it is your job as vested officers to make sure that these badged officers and unbadged officers get taught and taken out. So all the standing around in PDG or the overflow of PD on floor one, it kind of needs to stop. Our job is actually out there in the streets. This is our territory. Yeah, we're gonna have some people on the first floor, but we need to actually be hitting the streets, mainly around like Compton and Pedro, I think it's called. HP has asked us to step up, but fitness is usually a troublesome area. We haven't really had time to get out, but we need to be all over the map. And I'm gonna say this too. Sorry, body cams is an absolute mandatory. If we request body cam and we don't get it, it'll be considered insubordination, which will be a PD6. We do not want to give people reps at all. I don't think that's what me and Jamar wants to do, or Miss Erica herself. But body cams are used for our protection. It's to protect somebody. I mean, protect yourself from somebody submitting a video that's only 30 seconds long that make you look bad. If we have your body cam, we always have both sides. So if you don't have your body cam working, you can probably get with a vested or a suit, and they'll tell you how to get your body cam fixed. But also radios on at all times. I've heard a lot of calls today that weren't answered at all. It was people asking for backup, people asking for a supervisor down there to help with their arrest. And nobody responded. So make sure your body cams are on and your radios are on.
Oh yeah, one thing I was gonna say earlier is with the RP rules, you can hit your book, go into the rules. I know a lot of people only have one device. Everybody ain't got it like that, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. But for y'all to have that on hand, so you could just easily get a piece of paper, write the RP rules down, and then you'll have it right there on the spot whenever you need it, just in case. Because I know a lot of people said that they submit videos, but nothing ever comes out of it. So whenever y'all submitting these green tickets, you actually have to put what they did, player's name, time, and date, and then you should get what you're looking for out of the green tickets. Any ticket, if that matters.
Yeah, we ain't trying to have the admin hit us with a video, um, and said this person need to be dismissed for possibly RP13 or something like that. Like I said, we here for y'all. We here to fight for y'all, and that's why we say we stress those body cams real hard. Cause like Cash said, somebody can have a 30-second video that make you look like really committed that RP13, and you have your body cam the whole thing from the beginning to the end, and you got your evidence to prove your innocence. That's how we get our officers out of trouble. That's why we say just have those body cams on at all times. It's that simple.
So do y'all still want, with these body cams, do y'all still want a minute before, during, and a minute after the interactions?
2 minutes before, 2 minutes after.
All right, cool. And a lot of y'all, if y'all don't have enough stores to just switch over and send body cam straight from your phone, I'm sure a lot of y'all know y'all could update these videos to YouTube, not update, but upload them to YouTube, and it'll give you the whole length of the video or just 2 minutes and two after, because that's how I do it. But it's never failed me. And then if y'all have like body cam issues, like space storage and shit like that, excuse my language, but yeah, the YouTube usually has worked the best for me, not Loom or anything else like that, Twitch, none of that.
All right, I believe that was all my points. Cash, you got anything else, Chief?
Some
Hold on,
things
give
that
me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. Hold on 1 second. I apologize.
you're fine. Some things that I've realized or saw. When we go out on our 10-12s, how do y'all do it? Like, do y'all do double badge or?
So usually I take a vested and a badge with me. When I was vested, I'll take two badges and a vested. It depends who really need the ride along, who really need their training.
Okay, so we're gonna set it up like this. Every car at least needs a vested person. No badge riding together, and the reason why we do that is because if somebody actually got their vest, most likely they know more rules, more procedure, and they're the person that we rely on to I think that as time goes on, you're gonna realize that everything we do is not just because we're in power. We're doing things the way that we're doing it because we want y'all to have a good RP experience. We want everybody to have a good RP experience, but mainly we don't want y'all fired. It's a lot of things that we want to teach, and mainly like we had some. How can I say it? This is my first time in a DFG position, and I didn't realize how difficult it is and how much admins actually contact us. We have received so many videos of violations that people should have knew better, which we give breaks because we know that y'all don't know better. We're gonna teach y'all better. But I will tell you a few things. So shooting around HP, if it's that green zone and y'all in y'all, under y'all map, you absolutely cannot shoot there. I don't care if they're shooting at you. I don't care if you're taking damage. You cannot shoot there. Record a ticket that they're shooting in the green zone. They'll get an RP. I think it's 1, 4, 6, and 11, and then just move on. Do not shoot back. But always know if you're shooting in the green zone or if you're not. We shouldn't have our guns out in the green zone. So anywhere in PD, we should not have our guns out. If we're still running in the green zone, we shouldn't have our gun out. Just make sure, because that's an automatic ban. And when we get
Absolutely.
complaints, the admins either tell us two things. Mostly they're gonna tell us how to discipline, honestly. And I didn't know it worked like that. But they will tell us dismissal, how this is how I want you to discipline, or they'll say it's up to our decision. But most of them it's been them choosing how we discipline. We have no power over that. So everything we do is for the protection of y'all.
And when like I say, we here to defend y'all and stuff like that. But back to that detective thing, it could go hand in hand with the warning stuff. So what we did in RP and Mesa, like say we get a warning mission. What we can do is over here is at the detective unit, whoever pulled that warning mission, have the detective go out and probably look for that person, tell them the location. That's what a detective supposed to do. Find that person, locate them, say the description of that person, what he got on, nationality and stuff like that. The detectives go look for that person, and that's when the detective do what he got to do. You can come up with different RP scenarios. You hit him up on his phone like, "Hey man, I think I want to buy this car." He say, "Okay." He pull up on you, and then you got 2 seconds to put him in them handcuffs. 2 seconds, he in them handcuffs, and then you go ahead and do what you got to do. Y'all got a whole wanted mission successful, and he back to PD. So I got a lot of ideas that I can introduce and stuff like that. It's all in link with this dispatch unit, working with that unit, detective unit, and also let's say SWAT. That SWAT person gonna pull that one mission. That's the people that's gonna be out, with that radar going and stuff like that. And like I say, the detective unit, your job is to, be a detective. Listen to the location with the person that got that wanted mission. Listen to the description of the person, what clothes they got on and stuff like that.
Okay, so my apologies. NRP, I'm feeding my 7 dogs. My apologies. Well, while we're talking about warning missions, even though you still, you got an idea of what they got on and everything like that, when you address that person, that civilian that you got a warning mission on, you still have to run their name because, you're good, sir. You're good. Thank you for coming as well. So, like I was saying, you still have to run their name, because everybody can have a similar outfit on. So while you are, my apologies, I'm hot and I'm trying to think straight as well. But like I was saying, you still have to run their name to verify that they're that person that you are, you have a wanted mission on.
Absolutely. So that's when that's where that checks ID on patrol macro come in. You don't have time to call dispatch and stuff like that with that wanted suspect if you're in a red zone. So you have your partner or backup sitting out, standing out with their guns out, ready for any altercation that come towards you. protect you. We shouldn't be seeing two officers inside the car while, you know, that person is running somebody's name or something like that. That's just crazy. So whoever's doing that, running that name, that person do that, and that partner needs to be outside their car, looking around their cam and see, observing the area and stuff like that. And
Also,
also with the one,
I apologize, my bad, Alan.
okay,
One thing I really wanted to talk to Vested about. Vested, I have been getting feedback from lower ranking officers. I need y'all to work on making sure that they go out on 1012s. Yes, they might be badge, but they still need y'all to teach them the proper way of, handling arrest and everything in that type of nature.
I got a question.
go for it.
Um, just by any chance, just to make sure and to be clear on top of that too, who is responsible and allowed to be able to respond to those 1028s?
So let me say this: we're gonna try to do away with 1028s. It ties everybody up. We have a very long a very long wanted list. So what we should be doing is you should have a macro that looks like this. Sorry, let me look for mine. It should say something like access its in-vehicle computer to do a ID check and warrant search. And I want to clear the air about this a little bit. We actually brought that up to admins, and they are totally fine with us doing that. It won't be considered failed RP for not running a 1028. You request the person's state ID, and it will tell you at the bottom whether they have charges or not. You're gonna get back in the car and role play that you check the computer. But as far as 1028s, only time we will do those is if we are not near a car and we don't have access to like a police computer in our lobby. Um, you can drop a 1028 for that, but we're trying to do away with that. But to answer your question, anybody can really answer that. They'll
Okay.
be considered wanted when they have criminal violations. It's not, petty misdemeanors or infractions, but it's just felonies.
Now, there was a situation of a 1028 that got posted yesterday, and I didn't know who was able to, so I answered it over the F lobby chat yesterday, and I didn't know whether if I was overstepping my position or whatever the case may be, so I just wanted to clear that up.
Nope, and thank you for taking the initiative to do that.
Oh, and another thing I wanted to bring up. This is my last thing. Uh, for now on, like the fall chat, like please, if you're not like a CG, DFG or FG, and you're not authorized to use that. Okay.
I will give authority to major generals if, like, say for instance, the CGs, the DFGs, and the FG, myself. If we're in a meeting, I will allow the major generals to reply to the fall chat.
Yeah, that's understandable. I agree with that.
What happened to the shoot fire shoots fired macros? Could you update them?
Shots fired, macro.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
yes,
So
because
be real. Okay, be realistic. All right. So if you in a shootout, right, and somebody's shooting at you, you in shooting back. I want you to be realistic with me. When do you have time to throw up a shots fired? Like why not shots fired macro? I mean, why not get on the radio and just say shots fired, get a location out, how many suspects is shooting at you, or it could be one, however many it is. You do all that in one, radio chat and you're done. That's a done deal. If you hear a shots fired, all officers should be, going to that shots fired. If you're on a regular traffic stop, just a regular, traffic stop what you're doing. Go respond to that shots fired. Go help that person that needs help because that's something more important than a regular, pull over or something like that.
no, I'm talking
Yeah.
about like the shoots at a like a shooter to protect like myself or fellow officer or citizen, like that macro.
Look in the chat.
That macro is at the very top of the macro list that we sent out. It may even be the first macro. I'm not sure.
The first macro I believe I saw is the taser macro.
Yeah, two
Yeah,
taser
then it might be
macros.
right after that.
And I don't know if we could do it over here, but the one where it says PD shoots to disable cars, and the one where it says shoots to defend fellow officers, civilians, and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, like cash. It should be all added together.
Can that one work if possible? If not, I can change that.
I mean, that's the same thing, almost the same thing, just worded different.
Okay, all
But
right.
I would most definitely want everybody to have the same macros. If you can, just do that. Because, like I said, we're trying to have,
Sorry, go ahead.
like I said, like we're just trying to have order. We're not trying to let somebody just get away with having different macros. So, if you could please just change it to, to the macros like everybody else, please.
I got a question, Boogie, and I want to point out something that I've also picked up here. Why does it say against gang members? Like, how do you know that they're a gang member?
Well, I mean, honestly, we're not really supposed to be looking at the tag up top. But I've been through NRP, I had a character speaking that a few gang members have actually said their gang name and, you know, area people that they associate with and stuff like that. So with that being said, that has been like an implement for me, especially for my role play as well, on that level.
Yep. So, like you said, we're supposed to ignore that tag. We're supposed to treat everybody as civilians. We don't know if they're in gangs. Even if they say they're in a gang, it's all alleged, right? I mean, I can say I'm in the Bloods and the Crips, NRP, but obviously I'm not.
Right. And I mean, especially during like traffic stops or anything else like that, I kind of go through like a little thing like, are you in a gang or anything else like that? When your members at wooty woo or whatever the case may be, or whenever, also when there was a gang unit in my time when I was in PD in a different server, NRP, that was also part of it on top of that too. So I just added that in there for that sake.
Yep, and just like Jamar brought up in the chat, we actually are not supposed to even know their name either. We see that stuff, but we're supposed to RP and act like we don't know whether what their name is and if they're in a gang. So we treat everybody like civilians.
Yeah, of course, always.
Who's the training officer over here?
That'd be Kaylee Lockwood. Do you have any questions, any disagreements? And I ask that because honestly, we want to hear. We don't want to see any other videos of people gossiping about us. We really don't care to be talked about. We're in power, so we know we're going to be talked about. We're new. I will probably hate, people who came in from different servers too. But we want to clear the air and actually have a productive conversation. So if y'all have anything to get off your chest, go ahead and get it off now. What we need to stop is 20,000 people sending us messages wanting to have a talk every day. We are open to talk one on one, but like right now it's a space to feel comfortable in to actually open up in. So if y'all have anything to say, go ahead. We're in a meeting. We're on the floor two at the PD.
I've been hearing a lot about these
Copy.
extra characters people have to intentionally get people fired. If that is found out that that's the truth and the facts of it, when they submit those videos, is it possible that y'all just disman or overlook what was sent in?
Hold on, I'm so sorry. Can you reset that again?
Oh damn, I ain't say it right. Okay. Basically, bro, I've been getting a lot of people coming up to me saying like, watch the other profiles of these people around here. Basically, when they do send the videos in, okay, yeah. When they do send a video in, can it get overlooked because it's not supposed to be happening, or it's just. I feel like it's just wrong to be trying to get your people fired anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna put it like this: these rules that they got in the game, that's what we here to to follow, and also uphold. So if you see somebody doing something like that, that's absolutely metagaming. It's no point. It's no point. Oh yeah, I'm snitching on. I can't snitch on my homeboy. No, that's metagaming. If you know they coming in and they got two different accounts, like no, you can't have two different accounts in PD. If that is found out, it will be reported. You only supposed to have one account within one faction.
I think he's more so asking like if somebody creates an account and comes in as a civilian just to body cam and spy.
No, 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 no. Exactly what he said. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's definitely crazy.
Yeah.
So if
Exactly.
y'all
Um,
do, if y'all do see people or know people, please give it one of us. I'm not, you know, I think it's the right thing for you guys to do. If you guys really looking for a cleanup in the corruption here in PD, and you do see it, please report it.
um, they need some backup on 4-1. We got toast on 4-1.
No, everybody sit back down, please.
Uh,
Whoever's on floor one, please come up to the meeting room.
It might be cadets and they can't come, but
Cadets can't use our radio, so if it was somebody who called on the radio, it was an officer.
Oh yeah, that is right. Because they don't get a radio for us until they get their suit.
right.
Yep, and if I can end this, I don't know if we're going to end a meeting or if Miss Erica has something to say. Chain of command is very important. We're actually going to start implementing that into the final interview. So you have your unbadged, they report up to the badge will report to the suit. I mean the vesteds will report to our suits, our MGs, and then our LGs when we get those, and then work our way up. We should not be going directly up to DFGs or FGs. I kind of wish that y'all would see a day in our shoes. It's very difficult and it's very busy at this moment. It's not that we don't want to talk to everybody. We would love to. But if y'all can just follow the chain of command, if y'all have a question or a concern, like raise that up, bring that up to somebody that you're comfortable with in a higher rank. And then, if they feel the need to escalate it, then it will escalate from there. But make sure that we're following the chain of command, please.
If that next rank can't handle it, no, move it up to the next one and keep going until you get your question answered. But like Mr. Cash said, just don't come straight to the DFGs or the FG. You got major generals and you also got vested officers that can probably answer your question. All right, anything else, Chief?
She
She
lagged out.
gone. What about you, Mr. Major Payne? Guess not. All right, so Cash, you got anything else?
Nope. I just further encourage y'all to speak up if y'all got anything to say. I can even propose a question. What do y'all think needs to be, and I hate to use the word fixed, but what do y'all think needs the most improvement as far as this PD?
Floor one.
Interaction with badges and etc. It would be best if some of the FTOs, aka vesteds, or some of the officers, interact with some of the unbadges, take them out, 10-12s and whatnot have you, especially for these new guys that come in as well, to be able to understand, get a grasp of how PD works, get them, familiarized with the ruling and, set them up on some trainings like one-on-one with, each other some way, somehow. I think that would also, grow the morale within the PD itself and also bring in a lot of activity.
Very much so noted. Very much so noted. We all want to feel included and taught and be able to actually do our job as police officers and know what we're doing and go out on our 10-12s. It's a lot of people who don't feel like they got that experience today or before us, and we're trying to crack down on that. We want everybody out in the field and trained to do their job to their full potential.
Absolutely. And congrats to the new suited officers. Uh, they are like in a leadership role now. So Chloe, first with you, do you have anything you want to throw out there?
Sorry, what's that, sir?
You got anything you want to throw out there before we end the meeting?
Oh, yeah, I just want to let you guys know that when you guys ask me, sorry, but when you guys ask me to like go out to the field with you, Major Pink can vouch for me on this. I lag out of the game, so it's hard for me to get out of PD. I'm trying to fix that issue and trying to get things working better on my end. So if you guys would just work with me on that, I apologize, but the game just kicks me out sometimes when I try to leave PD, so that's why I mainly spend my time in PD.
Okay, okay. What about you, Miss Lockwood?
No, nothing besides, we're going to be starting training for everybody for rank ups. So don't, worry about that. Everything's going to be situated in the next couple days so everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing.
And anything after this, like dealing with rank ups to get your badge. That the first person we gonna ask is Miss Lockwood. She is the training commander. She's gonna be the one that be overseeing if these officers need these rank ups. Are they ready for these rank ups and stuff like that? So, like I said, if you're trying to get a rank up, make sure she has that evidence inputted it wherever she's gonna put it, and that's how rank up's gonna go from now on. Everybody got that understood?
Yes, sir.
Copy that.
All right, Mr. Dunn, you got anything you want to throw out there?
Not really, no problem. I was just saying we could get these ride alongs started and these training classes. I know a couple officers was asking me about training, so I mean, maybe we get a good schedule on that, so everybody know when they're gonna get their training, so they could be online and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we said at the beginning of the absolutely right. We do want to retrain everybody, so we will be putting that out there and see what time everybody could be on.